I'm Spencer, and my contribution to our project focuses on the call to action. What we do as an individual and society as a whole. We need to prevent ongoing pollution from chemical industry. I was also in charge of citing all of our sources.
Hi, I'm Uma. I've been interested in the societal impacts of the discoveries that we will be discussing in this video. Researching the global impacts of primitive electronic recycling methods was really sad due to the fact that other people in developed countries have to pay the price for the luxuries of others. I researched the legal actions that could be taken to combat this, and I edited this video.
Hi, I'm Shahar, and I really like this project. I got to learn a lot about why smartphones and televisions and computers have some negative impacts, and that affects me because I have all of those devices. The stuff I specifically researched was science, especially why lanthanides are magnetic, and impact was heavy metal illness and how to treat that.
How has the discovery and industrialization of lanthanides caused pollution?
The environmental impacts of the scientific discoveries within the function of smartphones has been devastating to the city of Guyu, China.
Primitive recycling methods the people from the area have been using to dispose of electronic waste from across the globe has rendered the soil infertile and toxic, poisoned the water supply, and inflicted serious health problems on the population as a result.
What are phones made of? Lanthanides are major components of phones. From europium, the element that makes the red color on screens, to neodymium, which is part of what makes phones vibrate when they receive a call, they're in every part of phones.
Where are the minerals from which phones are made of found?
Lanthanides, commonly but mistakenly known as the rare earth elements, are found in a type of sand known as monazite and in a carbonate known as bastnasite. However, their similar magnetic properties, as well as other chemical similarities, make lanthanides hard to separate from each other in monazite and bastnasite.
Why are these minerals the best for phones, computers, and other electronics?
In atoms, there are certain levels to which electrons go as they orbit the nucleus. One of these is the F level. The last electron of a lanthanide is usually in that level. According to Hund's rule, electrons fill up their empty orbitals before doubling up in an orbital. As there's 14 electrons in one F level, almost all lanthanides will have an unpaired electron. Lanthanides are paramagnetic since they could have as many as 7 unpaired electrons, which even makes the effect of magnetic fields on them greater. For this reason, they're useful in smartphones. When lanthanide electrons move from level to level, the energy shifts appear as light or color to the human eye.
How does the U.S.'s electronic waste make its way to developing countries?
Corporations hire recycling firms to dispose of their old electronics.
Recycling firms often ship old electronic gadgets to foreign and developing nations in order to bypass the cost of properly disposing of the toxic elements that compose many of the electronics.
GPS trackers have been planted in discarded electronics to investigate the whereabouts after the recycling firms are commissioned to handle the waste. This is where the waste really ended up.
How does this electronic waste impact the environment?
The improper disposal of electrons can result in the leakage of toxic materials, lanthanides, and heavy metals into the soil or groundwater of foreign cities.
How does e-waste pollution affect health?
Heavy metal poisoning is the accumulation of heavy metals in the soft tissue of the body. Symptoms include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomachaches, headaches, sweating, and a metallic taste in the mouth. In some severe cases, patients will exhibit a lack of judgment, awareness, and motor skills.
Are these impacts reversible?
Heavy metal poisoning is treatable. There are a few possible methods of treatment: chelation therapy through the bloodstream, injection, or IV. Treatments may be needed for complications such as shock, anemia, and kidney failure. What legal action is being taken to protect developing societies from first world countries' waste?
There are no legal barriers preventing the U.S. from shipping their electronic trash to China and other third world countries because the U.S. has signed but not ratified the Basel Convention, a legal document protecting developing countries from first world countries' waste. What can consumers do to protect the environment and foreign societies from the U.S.'s waste? The legal actions that can be taken in addition to consumer awareness could be the key to stopping the recycling firms' degradation of third world societies. Dell installed a take-back program known as Dell Reconnect in efforts to prevent their electronic waste from being shipped off to developing nations. Supporting eco-friendly companies, recycling, and being an informed consumer will help eliminate the pollution of foreign countries.
Lanthanides have valence electrons in the F level, which makes them useful in phones and needed in today's society. However, in nature, they're only found together, and since they have chemically similar properties, they're hard to separate. So the process of separating them might lead to pollution, and pollution leads to illness, and also to electronic waste, which also leads to illness. And as there's no laws protecting developing countries from pollution and electronic waste produced to benefit first world countries, there's illness in countries like that. And one good example is China, where there is a lot of illness nowadays.